welcome to GAW TV. This is a very special edition of the show because usually I'm joined by Mickie and Lisa, and we're in our little trifecta, our little beautiful square bubble. Bubble can't be square, but
like a heart.
It's a heart.
It's a heart.
I'll always have a heart on for you.
Oh, you will?
Always.
Thank you. I love that. Ladies, you're together, reunited, and it feels so good. What are you doing together? What's going on?
Oh, well, we are in South Beach, Miami, in celebration of Miss Kathy Cardenas's birthday. But in the midst of that, we are here, and we could not have been treated like more of a queen.
Royalty.
Queens.
Yeah, royalty.
You know,
Honestly.
I mean, we should just get this treatment all the time.
But we're not used to it though, right?
But we're not. We're not. And, you know, Nobu Hotel, Eden Rock Hotel, they're kind of combined, but they've taken the absolute best care of us. Like, they've been so great. We got this beautiful suite. I would show you more, but my bag has exploded in here.
Oh.
And it's really pretty. And I almost feel like I should give you my dirty room tour, but I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
Maybe for
Patreon.
We were chatting about that earlier. Like, I swear I could be somewhere for a day or two or a week, and it's just like, just clothing, shoes, lingerie everywhere, hairspray. I'm not the best hotel guest.
And you know I'm very OCD.
Yes.
I'm actually, my room is kind of, because I have hidden a lot of stuff in the closets, like, but I've not bothered to hang anything, because why would I do that? That's lame. Unless it's like it absolutely has to be hung. But most times I just, something to knock the wrinkles out. But I just, it's all like in bags, and bag vomit is what I call it. Bag vomit.
Lisa, what kind of hotel guest are you?
You know what? I have to set up everything. I have to put my makeup in the out, like, okay, I use my foundation first. I use this like that. I have to set it out like that. And I do hang up some of the stuff because I didn't know how fancy we were going to go here, because oh my, what's on our agenda? We're going to Versace's.
We went to the Versace mansion today.
So I was like, what kind of clothes do I wear?
It was absolutely beautiful. I think we stole some like little Instagram clips that we did, but I'm gonna have to send them to you. But it was absolutely
gorgeous.
Yes. But can I tell you that it was hot because we were in the foyer. I ordered the lobster pasta.
So did I.
The foyer.
I ordered the lobster pasta, and my face, my lip, and my chin is sweating. I'm like, it's too hot to enjoy my delicious meal.
It is.
Because it's hot, because we're in Miami.
And it was such a nice meal. I was like going, I didn't even eat the whole thing. I felt guilty. I was starving, but it's too hot to eat here. No wonder everybody looks drop dead gorgeous in South Beach.
They're so skinny.
Yeah, because they're sweating everything off. I don't miss Florida weather at all. I'm telling you, I don't.
Oh, it's awful. And I was bragging. I was like, I love the hot weather. I love it. And then we were at the restaurant. And I'm like going, and I was trying not to complain because it's her birthday. And I'm like going, I'm hot. I'm hot. I can't even sit still. I go, I'm going to go outside.
I'm like,
it's hot out there.
Mama, my legs are sweating.
Yes.
My legs are sweating. I'm telling you, that Florida weather, there's nothing like it. I always say when I get off the plane in Orlando, it's like it smacks you in the face with the humidity. No one understands here in England what that's like. They're like, oh, I'll trade you. I'd much rather have Florida weather. I'm like, no, especially as a girl. You guys are there for events and things. You want your hair and your makeup to be not running down your frock, and it is.
Yeah, within 2 minutes.
I said,
Your frock.
That's
what the frock is going on around here?
What the frock?
No, sorry. I have to ask you guys some serious stuff, but I have to ask this before. Lisa, talking about what kind of hotel guests we are, do you use the hotel drawers? Who does that? That's what I want to know.
No, I don't.
I think the only time I've ever used the hotel drawers were when I was in a town, like when I was recording one of my albums and I was going to be, and I got an extended stay, which can I just say, but aside from like, I've learned my lesson, like you have to really like go more with like the Homewood Suites or whatever. Cause I think that I'd gotten like an extended stay America and I hated my life because the bed was uncomfortable. The towels sucked. They were the worst, like sandpaper towels. But I got it because I was going to be there for 2 weeks recording this album. And I was like, okay, this is more like a little mini apartment. Yeah. I'll have my kitchen. I have some so I can cook my food so I'm not eating out 10 times a day. Yeah. I did use the drawers then. But most times it has to be over a week.
Now that you said extended stay? when I moved to OBW, Louisville, Kentucky, I lived in an extended stay for a year.
The Suburban Lodge?
Suburban Lodge.
You and Carlito both.
Oh,
Carlito never
a year with a cat.
Oh
my
God.
God. It was awful. I was just like, because they told me, I said, how long do you think I'm gonna be in Louisville? Should I get an apartment? They're like, a couple months.
That's what they told me.
Yeah, the months
Johnny,
passed by.
You'll
And I
be
go,
there like
should I get an apartment? Like, yeah, once you get an apartment, I go, I'm like living, like I did use the drawers. I'm living out of bags. And you're just like, oh God, it was awful.
not
Right?
I only
after like a
Suburban
week.
Lodge because I do remember when Carlito first moved to Louisville and he moved from Puerto Rico or whatever, and he moved into the Suburban Lodge. But he lived there the entire, like he goes, well, the maid comes and cleans my room and I get new towels. I don't have to do anything. I mean, he's like, he's a single man.
Yeah,
so I guess,
himself.
right.
I had my ex-husband, my cat, and myself. Yeah, it was awful.
How did you know him?
I don't, oh man.
He's lucky.
Or if he killed me, like it's just like
You just killed your soul.
Slowly but surely. I asked about those hotel drawers because I dated a guy that I'm talking, it was like a 2-day thing or like a week. He used the hotel drawers like immediately upon checking in. I was like, this ain't gonna work, dude. You're weird. No, I didn't even know they had drawers that opened other than to get the Bible. What do you need a drawer for?
I don't.
That's a whole other.
Like, I promise you, whatever I'm doing in this room, the Bible doesn't want to know.
Yes.
I always kind of wonder, who are the people who are reading the Bible?
Sorry, I love my Jesus. I love my Lord. I'm just
But
saying.
you think I'll do it.
No, I'm saying who's reading the Bible, like, kicking back with a good, revelation before bed. I don't know. Not I said the duck. You guys
into some hotels, and they also have the Book of Mormon beside the Bible.
Have you ever been
there where they
I
had
have.
like just in case?
Yeah.
And not everywhere. Most people only have the Bible, but there's been a couple where I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, because I didn't know what it was.
Right. This is interesting.
backup Bible. Well, we do have a lot of hashtags as always, and our favorite one. Okay, I'm scared to even say it because where the hell are we gonna? I guess it's here. Patreon.
Oh, we're side by side.
Oh, because maybe it'll layer under.
Okay.
Under us, or are you going to put it across our face?
I don't know. I try not to cover us up. I think it's here. So patreon.com/GAWTV is where you can find out more on how to support our show, get the episodes early, see them before anybody else sees them, and bonus footage, and we have giveaways and special exclusive photo shoots for all you guys who support our show. So thank you to everyone. I'm going to raise my glass to our Patreon members and to Kathy. Happy birthday, Kathy, if you're watching.
Birthday, Kathy.
Ladies, I have to ask, who are you wearing? What are you drinking?
Well, I'm wearing, because we went to the Versace mansion, so I'm wearing, I think I've worn these on the show before.
No, you didn't. Did you? Did she?
I love those. I don't know.
They're like a curtain.
They are.
They're very soft.
Very
right.
soft,
And just like,
shiny.
these are like little Lulu's pants, but I thought they were appropriate for the Versace mansion. And then also I put my little Free Spirit top.
Oh, I love
they do
Free
look
Spirit.
very Versace, right? Yeah, this is no, Free People. I'm Free Spirit.
Okay.
My native
Free
name,
people.
my native name is Free Spirit. Did you know that? But Free People, which I also equally love.
Yeah, I'm just wearing my bathing suit because and let me just plug into all my anime people. Attack on Titan, baby. I'm a huge fan for Attack on Titan. Oh, okay, I can't see myself without the glasses. I can't see. I'm like, it's all fuzzy. I'm wearing just my bathing suit.
Yeah.
And I knew Mickie would like this because she is American. I am burnt.
She's
I'm
burnt.
burnt and I'm peeling.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And just shorts and sandals.
Fringe with benefits.
Fringe.
She's really fringing the issue there. Fringe with
Well, what are you wearing?
I am in vintage Saint Michelle. It looks very foreign to me. I feel like an 80s penthouse housewife. And when I say penthouse, I mean an actual penthouse, not like penthouse.
Not.
That's different.
I'm looking for my glasses.
That's
Oh,
yucky.
yeah, wait, hold on. Okay.
That's a yucky one. But
There
I
we
thought it was
go.
very like classic. I think I've never
Gorgeous.
felt so Val. This is like probably my favorite thing. One of the most favorite things I've worn. Just feels very me. It's very like preppy, curls.
I love your little hair
And your
clips.
hair clips. Yep.
They really They really
work.
piece it together.
Yes.
They're so cute.
I've had these for like 3 years. I've never worn them because I feel like I look like a 4-year-old.
Oh,
No, I love them. I love them. They're
I was
making a big
thinking
comeback.
sexy
Those big
4-year-old.
clips.
Not normal, huh?
Yeah. I said those big clips like that, they're making a comeback. Not
They
4-year-olds. Clips.
I've got some spares actually.
Yeah.
Now, what are you drinking, ladies? Because it looks so refreshing.
Well, we are drinking our newest sponsor, Danica Rosé. For Danica Patrick's very new rosé wine. And we met Rick, who he helped her. He's like with the company of the rosé wine. And
with Fresh Fine Wine.
Oh, he works with, yep.
Thank you,
Yes.
Incredible. He's the best. Val, you would absolutely love him. He's one of the nicest people.
Wait, so nice.
Sweet. So I could not believe it. I'm like, how are you so successful and such like whatever and flies his own airplanes, all these things, like freaking, yeah, but so nice.
I love
and
nice
like,
people.
so
And I really love nice people with wine. I do.
So what's so funny? We're not going to whine about it. Or are we? I can't. I try to get it all the time. Are we? But this bottle, he was telling me, because I was like, oh, Rick, you got to tell us all the details on this thing. So apparently this bottle is made by one of 3 bottles that are made by this glass distributor. And when they first pressed this wine, made this bottle, they had to stop the press of the Dom Perignon bottles in order to make her bottles for this wine. Like, that's how special these wines are. So that's in
where's that at? Italy?
It's in Italy. It's in Italy.
And then they ship the bottle to get the roses to France.
Yeah.
They ship it to France to get the etching of
and
this.
these are like the typical roses of the south of France.
Yes.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. And then also the cork is also another company, like, right?
Well, that's where they're, and then it's shipped to be in Provence. Is it, what does it say?
Yeah.
Provence, which is known 400 years worth of like the best rosés in the world. Yeah. So when it's done that, and the cork is made there with like all this like little.
You girls know that's like a collector's. I would keep that bottle and display it. I put little fairy lights in it or something. It's so pretty.
That's what you talked about.
We were just telling him that. He was like, oh, it was made so that way you can use it as a vase and put a rose in there. After, this bottle is.
And
but I was like, oh,
what's your favorite part? What's your favorite part about this bottle?
This part, the Morning Star. It's like, so Danica, what I didn't know, Danica means morning star. Well, I was like, oh my God, Rick, this is so interesting because my mom's native name, when she was first, her native name was Morning Star. And it wasn't until she had it was a vision or something. She just changed it 10 years ago to Lady Skywater, because she had a vision or whatever and just decided to change it. But I was like, oh my God, Morning Star. I was like, that's so special. That was special to me. And there's a little star there. And so that's why the star is on the bottle.
And we were also talking off camera how we're not big rosé fans.
Right.
I used to be too sweet when you're young.
Right. It was my first wine that I ever drank, because I always felt like it was like, oh, it's right in the middle.
Right.
Stuff. Yeah.
I was like, I'm not, oh God, how do I phony this? Because when I opened, I was like, I'm just not a rosé person. But it's not extremely sweet, because you guys know how I don't like sweets.
Very tasty.
Yeah,
it's
same.
Very nice and dry, and it's not. See, I don't like sweet wine.
I used to.
But it's not too dry.
Yeah, you'll like this.
See, I don't like dry wine, but I don't think it's too dry. I think it's like that perfect.
It's a balance, right? Yeah.
And that's important. You know what?
This is you. This was made for you.
I can't wait to try it.
You'll love it.
To thank Rick and Kathy and of course Danica for the fantastic introduction to the wine. We're going to put all of the information up so you guys can try it for yourselves. We've been posting about it on our Instagrams, of course. But yeah, I mean, to have something so beautiful to look at, like you ladies. I need it just for the bottle alone, but I'm sure it's delicious.
I do want to take
your cup is beautiful.
What is that?
Your wine cup? Let me see.
Oh, the gold
a little gold
stem. That is. I love
gold.
That. You like my stems? What's wrong with me tonight? I mean,
nice.
I'm like the creep of the show. I watch episodes back and I'm like, what?
Oh, stop it. I love it. I love it.
So ladies, I'm going to live vicariously through you because it's rainy and gloomy and dark right now in England. So what else have you been up to on your tropical vacay? Tell me everything.
Well, can I just show you this? I wish I could flip my camera around because we're going to go outside real quick.
Yeah.
Well, that's too close.
That's close. Too tight. We're going to go because I want you to look at this view right now. Can you see off the balcony?
Oh, wow.
So Lisa and I pretty much she's 2 doors down from me, her room, right? And so, sorry, it's going to be a hot mess, but we come out here on the balcony and you can see.
You see?
Can
it
you
doesn't
see?
do it justice, does it?
It doesn't. So you can see we went out in that ocean out there. We
brought our crystals. Hey, Mel, we brought our crystals and soaked them in the salt water.
We did, and we wished we did lots of good vibes. But then down there, can you see?
Yes, I can.
4 pools.
4 pools. 4 different pools. So we spent a lot of time down there, day drinking, etc.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday, what did we do? Oh, yesterday was so fun. It was so fun.
Since no one can travel during lockdown, and it's very rare to be traveling, people are going to be so excited to see that. That view is beautiful.
And
also too, it's like we are doing smart. So we are.
Yeah, like we wear our masks. And like we're in our room right now, but like when we have to go through, it's like they're still being very smart with the social distancing. Like obviously wear your mask in the lobby or whatever, and make sure
your temperature before coming in.
Yeah, there's a special thing that you
just stand in front of it, and it takes your. It just you look into this camera, and it takes your temperature.
It's the craziest thing. Yeah, so that's when you first walk in the hotel. Every time, like whether if you leave for an hour and come back, you have to have your temperature checked.
I've seen the gun. I've never seen like when they they kind of point it here, but I've never seen But know that you guys, and you said earlier, they think of everything. I stayed there about 3 years ago. It is high end. It is so, I would use the word luxurious. And they think of everything.
That for sure.
And then we want to say thank you to Michael Chin. And he's the one that he's a big honcho here at Nobu.
Who's also incredibly sweet.
Very sweet. Yes. And he's a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
He's a wrestling fan. So, he has good taste.
Well, hey, maybe we'll have to go back
he tells us that we're
his
favorite.
But I don't want to be on camera.
We did ask him. We were like, Michael, come on. He's like, no. He's so shy.
Yes.
I'm going to shut the wind is whipping.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut this.
But yesterday was like a glorious day. It was a gift from Rick, Fresh Vine and Donica guy. And
Rick to Kathy for her birthday. He rented a yacht for the day.
Yes. And the max people is 10 people, but we only had like 6 of us or 8.
Right.
Like, we had the whole yacht to ourselves. And
this is very Real Housewives. I want to see footage.
I know. We jumped once we dropped anchor. Lisa and I who do we all? It was me, you, and Michael, right?
Yes.
It was me, you, and Michael that jumped.
Yeah.
I was like, was it me, you, and Chad, or was it? Okay, we jumped off the front of it.
Oh, and Kathy's boyfriend Bob too.
Yeah,
I think, But we did.
It was so fun. We were swimming. And
it's bath water here, Val.
Really?
Like this water
is so warm.
So warm.
I don't remember.
I'm in San Diego. It takes me freaking 30 minutes to get like waist deep because it's so
in
cold.
The ocean,
the Pacific said it's colder.
Right.
But it was beautiful. And then he also rented us jet skis.
Fun.
Dude. She's like, do you want to drive? I go, I'm okay. I was like holding on. Okay, this is how wrestling I am too. Okay, back in wrestling, you're not supposed to do a grip like this because Fit would squish your fingers. I have my weight. I have my.
He would squish your fingers.
He would.
Oh, that hurts so bad.
I was holding on to dear life around her waist like this, and then she was hitting freaking waves.
I was going so fast. I thought she was like gonna.
I thought I was gonna get thrown off. It was Val, we needed you here.
I know.
Silly England.
It would have been the perfect Charlie's Angels photo of the 3 of us on the jet ski together.
I just when you said jet ski, I can picture like you guys with your hair flowing and the music. I wish we could have gotten like a slow-mo video.
Oh.
Well, we're gonna try to look at something. Yeah. Everybody else was filming, but we're all you know how we live on social media and we're on our phones all the time. Mickie and I, we were just like. We were having so much fun. We didn't want to be on the phone.
Right. So I forgot my phone on the top of the yacht. I almost left it.
That's so great.
I took it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw it. I was watching. Yeah. And it was just, you want to take a break, and we don't get to go on vacation at all. you know, right?
Ever.
And get to enjoy the water sports.
Travel for work, and then you don't really get to do it. That's what I think is important, because we were boxing, and I was saying to you girls, like, get some footage if you can, but you guys enjoy your vacation, because that's when you know you're having a good time, is when you're like, oh, I happen to not have my phone, I didn't even notice. And I just weirdly enough, I just tweeted today about how you should take time for yourself, and you know, it can be a depressing time with the news and just the state of the world, whatever. And you guys are doing exactly right. You need to be present in the moment, have fun. It's not a long trip for you guys, right? You'll be home soon.
No.
Like, just go enjoy.
Tomorrow.
We fly home tomorrow. Yeah, so it was like 3 days, 4 days. So it was been such a great trip.
Yeah, but
So
I was
great.
telling her, I was like, going, I'm so exhausted. I'm like, I need a vacation from the vacation
From all the fun.
Yeah, and because everything's scheduled too. So we're still on a, like, well, we have dinner plans at this time.
Kathy's very good at,
Yeah.
she keeps a schedule and she makes all these plans. And I'm not one of those people. Like, I always forget to make reservations.
I don't do that
Or
either.
I'm like, oh, wait, we can't just walk in?
Yeah.
I just don't think to do those
Yeah.
things until I'm like, oh, I'm starving. Can we go get something to eat somewhere? I walked down to Nobu because I was social distancing my first night here and I was so hungry. I walked down there and obviously there's nobody really in there.
Yeah.
But because of social distancing and only the patio's open, they're like, oh, we're at max capacity. There was like 10 people in there. So I don't know if it was like there was reservations that I wasn't aware of.
Oh,
or
maybe.
what.
Do you think that's part of being on the road for so long is kind of why you guys, and myself as well, I guess, in some small capacity, that we don't really do things like schedule? Because when I've gone on like family trips and things like that, like my family never really did that kind of thing, but like my husband's family kind of do a schedule. And I'm like, what do you mean dinner's at 7? Like, and then we're all getting up
and then also too, today we went to go to Versace, you know, the mansion, and this totally you, Val.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
That is you.
I think that he made it with me in mind, actually. I thought it was my house.
Everything she wanted, she was like, wait, I like that. That from everything how it was decorated.
Did you see any like dishes? Because if anyone watching this, and maybe you guys have seen American Crime Story, Versace, the killing of Gianni Versace.
Yes.
In the beginning, he has like, and I've looked up all the stemware and the china and stuff. He's got like these, you know, the classic Versace, which by the way, Donatella came out not long ago and said everyone's been pronouncing it wrong. It's actually Versace instead of Versace.
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 So it's not Versace. It's not Versace.
No, it's not Versace. You know, one of those channel bags, the Givenchy. But he has one of these espresso cups that's like the classic Versace pattern with like the Greek keys, and it's just
we didn't have that. It was white. Everything was like very classic, very simple, contemporary kind of.
But we walked out to go see the pool. Went out to the pool. I wanted to get into it, but I think that we weren't. I wasn't sure that we were allowed to. But I almost accidentally fell in. It was so hot. It was so hot.
Yeah, but they have redesigned that, because I did see that special too, Val. Yeah. And I was like, wow, I don't remember the mansion looking like that in the inside, because I did watch that special. And I was just, it's beautiful, but they re-gutted it because now it's like, you know, the restaurant side, you know.
Whoever bought it now has turned it into the restaurant on the foyer on the inside.
When I was in Miami years ago, I don't think it was open like that. And I've always kind of wondered.
No, it was not.
Wow. That's amazing.
And I think you can still book and stay there, which we're going to have to do one day. So,
and of course, what do we ask? Is it haunted? I had to ask, is it haunted?
Well,
and they said that,
I don't want to be morbid, but my mind always, you know, we're
because if you remember, he was murdered on his front step.
Yes.
Like he was murdered right on his front step.
Yeah. Did you hear the thing about how there was like a dove or like a dead bird next to him, and somebody thought it was like an omen or something, like a calling card for the killer, and actually they think it was just hit by the stray bullet, but there was like a dove like next to him. We need to ask Mel about that one. I just got chills.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Wow.
It was such a sad story.
Especially a dove, because a dove, or like, you know, they release the doves. It's meant
to
be like, and well, we remember at Shad's funeral they released.
Oh yeah, they released doves at Shad's funeral.
They sure did. But it's also meant to be like a peaceful bird, like a bird of peace, a bird of like serenity kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's honest. It's really strange.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
Well, outside of here, just a few minutes ago, I was sitting out on my porch, and I swear I was like, oh my God, what are those birds that just flew by? It was a pair of them, green. And if anybody can answer us here, they were so beautiful, but they flew by. It's like they were coming to be my friend. They flew by. They almost look like lovebirds or parrots, but not as big as a parrot. They were like this big, like wingspan. When they spread their wings out, they were like this big. Look, I caught a fish. It was that big. Wingspan. but like tail, tip, beak to tail, they were like that long, and they were green with like a beautiful beak, and they were just beautiful. I'm like, oh, I guess maybe they're
gotta figure that out. Maybe we have some South Floridians in the chat. You never know.
They can tell me what kind of bird they were, because they were fluttering around me like I was their best friend.
Wow.
I had food, I would have thrown some bread out to them or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a good omen. Sounds lucky
Maybe.
to me.
It is. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes. Speaking of lucky, that was a great segue. I didn't even plan that one. Guys, this is our 13th episode. Lucky 13. Cheers to that.
Woo! Cheers, baby.
Cheers to Lucky 13.
Like, don't drop that drop out of there. Here, wait.
Oh, we need a refill.
Little refill.
I'm going to call room service and ask for a refill.
Bubba's.
Oh, okay.
I'm in a hotel too.
This bottle is pretty beautiful.
It's stunning.
And I'm not one that collects stuff, so.
I would totally do like you said. I was telling Rick about it. I was like, you know what I would do is like, I would put the LED lights in it and maybe paint them or stain different colors and put them outside.
Yeah.
Like, for like your outdoor, like little walkway lighting or something.
Yeah. We got to get it into the arm bar somehow. Make it all, lit up, and then maybe make a cocktail with it. We'll see what we can do.
Sure. Yeah.
Alan.
But we did mention being lucky. So because it's our lucky 13th episode, this is a huge episode for us. We want to share the wealth. We want to share the good vibes and do a giveaway for our fans. So this giveaway is going to involve you. Now, Mickie, how are we going to pick the winner of this giveaway? We're giving away an autographed baseball cap, autographed by all three of us. It can be worn, sex can be worn by ladies, gents, degenerates, whatever you may be. One winner. But Mickie, how are we going to decide this winner?
One winner chicken dinner.
Literally.
Chicken.
Speaking of all the chickens. As everybody knows, last week, the 29th was National Chicken Wing Day, and I was able to, I put the challenge out. At this point, we've seen you ladies do the challenge, the chicken wing challenge. And I challenged everyone else to do the chicken wing challenge. And so I think it's been a week now. I think it's only suitable that we find the person and we can collectively decide together who did the chicken wing challenge the best, who cleaned the bone, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chicken wing challenge. # winner a chicken dinner. We're going to announce the winner of that giveaway on the next episode. You're going to win an autographed baseball hat signed by all three of us here at GAW TV. So yay to a giveaway. This calls for a dance break.
Oh, look at that.
What? You can't say the rest.
I can't.
I feel like the dance
Oh my God, did you see the TikTok? Did you see the TikTok that Truth put up of the little boy that was playing the ukulele or playing like the little baby guitar? And so I don't know if you follow Truth, Ron Killings.
Okay, I'm so bad.
He is so freaking funny on the TikTok. And I'm not he kills me, he's a funny person and regardless, he's hilarious. So, but anyway, there was this, he had to be Donovan's age playing the guitar, and and it shows his face. I'm going to send it to you guys after this, and we can show it.
You can show it on this.
Yeah, we'll show it right now.
Yeah, we'll show it right now.
Wow, did you put this on my balls? Oh, skid, the mother taco, oh, skid.
So this little kid.
What's he doing?
He's playing the guitar, and he's going doing sweat down my balls. Oh, ski. And you see Ron's face go, what?
Oh, no.
As he's watching it. Oh my God. It's just, speaking of that song.
Wow. That's hilarious.
That's so fun. I was dying. I've only watched it 15 times.
We got to get him on this show. He is so funny. He is one of the sweetest people I think in wrestling ever.
I know.
And so
I've known him for so long because he was at TNA when I was first there a long time ago. I still have his first album, the Invincible album. I still have the real, when they made CDs, when they pressed those CDs.
Yes.
I still have that one.
Look who came to visit us.
Who came to visit? Chad came to visit us.
This is Chad.
Yes, we've talked about you. All good things.
Special guest.
Yes, yes. This my karaoke.
Is this Katy Perry?
I know.
Are you pranking me?
She's just hotter, that's all.
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. She wishes. Katy Perry wishes.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
This is my karaoke king, and I like karaoke. And we're just, we got to share that footage.
Oh, no.
A little sneak.
So Chad told me the real story is that Lisa had thought all this time that it was a karaoke bar that they went to, but apparently they just
Kathy
turned
shouldn't.
it was not. They turned it into a karaoke bar.
Oh, I was like, hey, let's go to that karaoke bar you took me to before. He goes, that wasn't a karaoke bar. We just took over the jukebox. We just took over the jukebox. But he's a Disney addict. So what we sing is Disney songs.
He's such a great singer.
And he plays the piano.
Oh my God. I love your outfit and your glasses. Who gave you permission to look so
shimmering splendid.
Tell me, princess, now when did you last
let your heart
decide? Never let your heart decide.
Yeah, that's always a bad idea. Chad, so nice to virtually meet you. What did you think of the new Aladdin, like the live action remake?
I loved it.
Me too.
Oh my God, I love this person.
I know.
I love this person. So when Aladdin came out, oh my God, I'm having so much fun already. When Aladdin came out, I was working for this company in London that called Screen Stalker. We had to review movies, and I had to write a whole script, and they're like, okay, so we want to have your pros and cons of the movie, what you liked, what you didn't like, and I was like, I'm not going to lie on camera. So the only dislike I had was like, I wish it was longer. I don't know what you want. That's it. It was a magical carpet ride of cinematic excellence, and that's it.
So Val, he has a home in Orlando. So
she's from Orlando. She loves it.
She's from Orlando.
We need to hang.
Yeah.
I would love that.
That's because it rolls off the tongue so well.
So you're there now? You live in Orlando now?
No,
she's
in England.
Oh,
yeah.
you're
Milton Keynes.
Yeah, Milton Keynes. She married an English fellow.
Oh,
he's
I made the big jump.
On the show.
I love Orlando. If Miss Rona wasn't ruining everything for everyone, I would be there right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Serious.
Yeah. So when I was flying into Orlando for that week, when I was getting cleared and stuff, she's like, "You're going to Orlando. I'm vicariously living through you, but I'm so angry, but so happy at the same time."
Oh,
yeah.
I was saying before you came in that the humidity, they were saying it's very hot there. I don't miss that. I actually do. I think I lived in California, Texas, and Florida, and I've never liked the heat. So I kind of do like the rainy weather here for the most part. But other than that, just Tex-Mex and Disney and.
Because we were telling her this weather when we went to go eat at the Versace, right? And
my face was sweating.
We just couldn't enjoy the meal. It was so freaking hot.
It was so beautiful, though.
I can't eat. I go, I'm getting sick.
He hasn't seen that Netflix special. I haven't seen it yet because I was asking him if he had seen it.
American Crime, right? Is it American Crime?
American Crime Story. Yeah, they did the OJ one as well. Chad, if you know musicals and stuff, were you a Glee fan?
I am.
Sadly, no, but this is why, because I don't watch television. But I definitely watched the Britney Spears episode online, of course.
I can't say I'm a Glee fan either, but the guy that played the serial killer, he was phenomenal. His name is Darren Criss, and he is so brilliant. And he's from Glee, so he's like a musically, theatrically trained actor.
I'm actually a Glee fan, and I had a Glee T-shirt too.
Did
you? You were a Glee.
I was a Gleek, but you know what, Chad? I was a Glee, but tell Chad, what he does for a living is so cool. I played a character on his.
Yes, I do interactive team building games, and I have actors and stuff. Now we all do it through Zoom. It's just
that's so.
It's weird. For companies, so to promote like team building, bonding, and working together and all that. Yeah. But they're fun ones, right? They're fun games.
It's you have to figure out clues.
Games.
They're terrible.
They're so boring.
There's a lot of clues.
I hate having fun. I hate games.
They had to say a secret word to me. Then I could say, okay, now you have to go to this place. So we're all spread out in San Diego. And then you have me do a character where I came in and beat up the guy.
Yeah.
I beat up the guy. I had to do my wrestling stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had to get my shit in.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
She wants to put somebody in a headlock at least once a day.
Only on days that end in Y, she wants to beat.
Oh my God, Val. So she was, you know how Mickie loves to hug and kiss, and she's a hard lover. Like she'll jump on your back. And you're
I'm
not
like a little
accepting.
spider.
She's a spider monkey. Well, she did that to Kathy, and we're so used to doing this to people in our business, right? Who are kind of, we're ready to brace. Like if she touched me, I'm ready to. I know she's gonna jump on me, so I'm ready to pick her up. She did. I
almost killed Kathy.
Took her down,
and she has a fell, and I almost drowned at the same time.
Oh, she almost fell off the boat.
She collapsed. Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't know how we've survived this far without a true like emergency. We definitely had police involved already with our group. One of our group got pulled over on the jet ski. Got a ticket or a warning.
You can get pulled over on a jet ski? That's hysterical.
Manatees. There was manatees. So he was going too fast where a lot of manatees were.
I did not know
remember that buoy? I was like, are we supposed to go this fast here? I remember it was like, we just passed the buoys. You're like, we're allowed to go fast here. And I go, but there's manatees because he got pulled over for the manatees or something like that.
Those sea cows.
Oh, I would have seen the manatees. I would have jumped in with
I totally would have loved to do that.
I would have loved to see the manatees. I didn't hear that part of it.
Yeah. There was you couldn't see it, but they're known to be in that area. So his jet might.
Hey, Lisa.
It was like a no-wake zone.
We talked about this when you had the giraffe outfit on. If you were a sea cow or a manatee or a womanatee, how would you eat? Tell me.
Is this a trick question?
Like this. Don't they do this? Don't they have the long? That's a walrus. Oh, you like that, Valha? You're like.
She's like, she was eating as a giraffe a couple episodes ago, and she was like in the camera going.
You know, giraffe though.
Oh my gosh.
With a long tongue.
I love it. By the way, I love your pillow in the background.
Oh, she is so bougie, this one.
Do you know who's on this pillow?
Morris would probably know. He's on his way over.
Ooh.
I was going to say already best friends, but I was going to ask if you watch Drag Race because usually people that are fans are Drag Race fans or.
Okay. When you meet Morris in just a second, he's coming over. He got me hooked on RuPaul's Drag Race. I'd never watched it ever until quarantine. This whole quarantine, I've watched like 6 seasons.
Maybe that's why.
There's more.
Rona, because
don't say who it is.
I won't. I won't.
Did you get a good shot of my nostrils on that one?
Of course. There's a nostril fetish somewhere that everyone's going to enjoy that.
Yeah. Getting that orifice.
Both of us. Seriousness, it's so nice to meet you, Chad.
Oh my gosh, so nice to meet you.
He lives in San Diego though, so he just has a little a vacation house or a vacation home
in Orlando.
In Orlando.
This is Morris.
I was like, come sit down, Morris.
Come, Morris, come sit down.
Come join. Hi. Oh, hello.
Valerie has a question for you.
What are you doing, Val?
It is Val. Everybody's coming.
Hold on, everybody.
It's a party.
It's Kathy. It's her birthday.
Yay!
Birthday.
Cheers! Cheers! And I brought you more. Lisa, I brought you this. My friend got it sent to the room. She lives in San Diego. She had it sent to the room last night.
Oh, nice.
So, but I won't be able to drink it all. So that's yours, Lisa.
You're so funny.
That's your treat. Yeah.
So, Morris, we were going to ask if you knew.
Do you know who's on that pillow?
It looks like so neat.
Close?
So neat?
Let me see.
Put it up close.
Oh, no, it's Sasha. That's it. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I have to see closer.
That is my queen of all queens.
Oh, I am too. Don't worry.
I talk about her every 22.5 minutes, and I'm obsessed. I met her. We had like fan interaction stories on a previous episode, and I was talking about how I met her. My hands were sweaty. I bawled my eyes out after.
He's crying.
She's amazing, though.
Well, let me tell you. Anytime Morris has downtime, the TV turns on and he's watching reruns of Drag Race.
Oh my God! Favorite queens? Can I ask? I feel like I'll get to know you when you tell me what queens you like.
Oh, I can easily. Favorite one. Aquaria is one of them. Alyssa Edwards, Shangela. Those are my tops.
They're all all amazing. I thought you were gonna hit me with like a Derek Barry, and I would have been like, okay, no, those are
We can't be friends. We
Favorite.
can't be friends.
Chad's favorite.
Oh.
Derek Barry.
Okay,
Is it?
why are you putting words in my mouth?
What do you
I'm a huge Britney Spears fan.
So am I.
And when I saw him on America's Got Talent as Britney Spears, I pooped my pants. Like, for real.
I
was
thank you,
so
Chad,
good.
for that great, amazing image that we all get to
You
have.
haven't all pooped
Thank
your
you.
pants at some point in your life?
Everybody's pooped their pants. at some
Okay,
point.
don't make me feel so special.
But over the Britney Spears.
If you're a Britney fan, then
And
of
this is-
course,
Hey,
Derek
this is
Barry.
the infamous Kathy. This is Kathy's
I
birthday.
know. I mean, yes.
We gotta see
I
you on
put
camera.
my hair
Sit in the
there.
middle.
I'm so excited that you're on this show. I'm sure all the GAW TV fans are familiar because we've been tagging you. You've been tagging us, so thank you for
You're not
that.
filming this, are you?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, no,
we
no,
sure
we
are.
are. Oh, no. No, no, no.
To
Yes,
introduce
Kathy.
you had to
Tell us
introduce-
how-
No, and she's my third wife.
Oh.
Do not believe this.
They
This
are
is true
Mormons.
vows. Do not
These
believe
two are
anything that comes
Mormons.
out of his
Yes,
mouth.
we are.
They
Don't
are
believe
Mormons.
anything.
I have a photo to prove it. We're gonna have to send her.
We'll send
That's
it.
very
we'll send it.
Utah.
When Chad speaks, do not believe it.
No.
Yes. Okay.
Well,
I'm going to
Tell us how
pretend
your
I'm
birthday's
a
been
wife,
going.
not a real wife.
Yeah, but we were just talking about what we did on this whole.
Did you guys have fun?
We had fun.
Val
Yeah,
will have
so
to come
much
next
fun.
year.
So
I would
much
love
fun.
that. I was just saying, if Miss Rona wasn't ruining everything, I would love to just have any excuse to come hang out with you
So
girls.
she,
Oh my gosh, you guys. We had
was
someone
a
on
part.
camera. I think Zoom just freaked out at us a little bit, but they're so fun. I'm so jealous. I want to be
So
there.
fun.
oh God,
So
we have
fun.
to. Well, I have to introduce you to Chad. He wants to be your best friend. He's
Yes,
already said
he
I love
loves
her.
you. He
I
loves
I love
you.
all
You
of
would
them.
love- He's so great.
Oh
You
my
guys
God.
are with a
Momo.
really fun group.
And Momo, actually, you would really love too because he's also a dancer. He was dancing for Disney for a long
Yes.
time. And do like he does
I
choreography. I'm like, you got to teach me how to dance. I literally have 2 left feet.
No,
No, like best in show,
Yes.
like best in show 2 left feet.
And you just
I
keep
wish
running
we filmed
circles,
you twerk. She was twerking last night.
Was it?
twerking hard
Yes.
for the money.
I-
I love that you just referenced Best in Show. Oh my God, what a film.
I
I
watched
love
it.
The Terrier.
God loves a terrier.
New
I
single by
watched that
Mickie
on
James.
the plane. You know how you go through and it was all these like really great movies, all the new releases to watch on the plane ride over, and then I saw Best in Show, and I've only seen the movie, I don't know, 175 times.
But you still have to watch it.
I watched it again, and it was like the 2 left feet,
The best,
and they
the
popped
best part.
all the same stuff.
Oh my God.
Macadamia nut. That's where she would lose it.
Yeah, yeah. You must be very
I got-
proud,
Say,
Mary.
oh, Peppa, quit naming all them nuts.
I
Oh
have
my
to
God.
rewatch it now because I haven't seen it in years.
Oh my God.
It's so good. Well, ladies,
So-
I don't want to impede on your fabulous
Oh, stop.
Bienvenido
Never.
Ami trip. I know you guys want to get back to your fun. What are your plans tonight before we what are your plans tonight before we say good night to all of our fans here?
We're
Well,
going to the beach.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
know
go to
they
the
want to
water.
go to the pool, but I'm about to throw Kathy in the ocean
She
I
doesn't
think-
like to go to the ocean because it's sandy.
because she doesn't like the sand.
The sand. Okay,
She's
so
like,
Happy
I don't wanna-
birthday.
and also, yeah, and also too. Okay, it's funny. I asked Mickie because when we went to the beach the first night to go do our crystals, we didn't want to get out of the water, right? Because
We're
her
loving
and I
it.
are water people, right?
And I'm like,
And
well,
then-
the salt water's so healing, and
Oh, and it's
once I've
warm.
committed to getting my hair wet, it's all downhill from there. It's fine.
Yeah, and then I
Okay.
come upstairs and I take off this bathing suit and I go, did seaweed come out of your bathing suit too?
I said
I
I
had-
took off my bathing
I
suit.
had huge seaweed in my suit. Huge.
Oh Lord.
Get a clinger on. I just took off my bathing suit, and it looked like I had another bathing suit on, made of sand.
The beach is a very grotesque place at times.
Kind of, sort of. But you know what? It'll be offered on Poshmark.
I was gonna say, little seaweed discount, ladies. Why not? You're really spoiling those fans. You really are. Well, guys, we hate this part of the show, but we're gonna raise our glass and say thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please check out our patreon.com/GawTV. Use the hashtag GawTV when discussing the show. We love your feedback. Thank you to Danica, to Kathy,
Yes.
to all of our friends that have joined us tonight. We love you. We love all of you in the chat. Perfect.
I got it for you.
Perfect.
Love you.
We
Love you.
so much.
Val, we miss
We love you
so,
guys.
so much.
Have a great rest of your trip. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a wonderful night.
Yay.
Yay, yay. And thank you for joining us on our live chat because that's our favorite part.
It's our favorite part.
It is.
This is the word to go, y'all.